Something just happened behind the scenes that could shift the balance of power, and hardly anyone's talking about it yet. The move seemed quiet, almost under the radar. But make no mistake, this trade could be the missing puzzle piece that takes everything to the next level. It's the kind of strategic decision that front offices dream of: smart, unexpected, and loaded with upside. While fans were watching the big headlines, this team just made a calculated move that could explode into a major storyline as the season unfolds. If you think this was just a minor adjustment, think again. This is the kind of deal that changes momentum, and it might be exactly what they needed at the perfect time. The Los Angeles Dodgers have done it again. Just when it seemed like their bullpen woes were spiraling, they've pulled off a trade that could quietly reshape the back end of their pitching staff. They've brought in Alexis Diaz, the once dominant all-star closer from the Cincinnati Reds, in exchange for a 2024 draft pick, Mike Villani. Now, this move might not have the sizzle of a blockbuster trade for a frontline starter, but make no mistake, it's a strategic, calculated roll of the dice by the Dodgers front office. And for a team eyeing a deep postseason run, it could pay massive dividends. Let's dig into what this trade really means, not just for the Dodgers, but for Diaz, the Reds, and even the broader National League playoff picture. Because when a team like Los Angeles makes a move like this, it's never just about adding a guy to the roster, it's about sending a message. And that message? They're not settling for anything less than championship caliber depth. To start with, let's talk about who Alexis Diaz is, and why the Dodgers were even interested in the first place. Baseball fans will remember Diaz as one of the most electric young relievers in the National League just a season ago. In 2023, he earned his first All-Star selection after putting up a phenomenal stretch of appearances for Cincinnati. He was nasty on the mound, mixing a filthy slider with a rising fastball that touched the upper 90s, baffling hitters across both leagues. He racked up 37 saves, posted an ERA just a tick over 2.0, and struck out batters at a rate of nearly 12 per 9 innings. At times, he looked unhittable. That kind of dominance doesn't just disappear. But the 2025 season has been anything but kind to Diaz. Right out of the gate, he was dealing with discomfort in his leg, which was later diagnosed as a hamstring strain. He tried to pitch through it, but the results were rough. Over his first 6 games, he allowed 8 earned runs in just 6 innings. That's not the Diaz we saw dominating hitters last season. Eventually, the Reds shut him down, gave him time to recover, and then made the difficult decision to send him to AAA to work things out. It was a blow, no doubt, for a guy who'd become a key part of their bullpen identity. But that demotion may have opened the door for the Dodgers, who have been quietly looking for reinforcements. Let's not forget that Los Angeles has had its own share of bullpen problems this season. Injuries have piled up, and inconsistency has plagued the middle innings and late game scenarios. Just recently, they lost Evan Phillips to the 60-day injured list, which created a clear void. Phillips has been their most dependable arm, and without him, the Dodgers have struggled to find someone who can consistently close out games or get big outs in high-leverage situations. So, what do you do when your bullpen starts to crack? If you're the Dodgers, you make a move like this: target a high-upside, controllable arm who has proven he can dominate, even if the recent numbers are shaky. That's what makes the Diaz acquisition so interesting. It's not just a desperation pickup. It's a calculated bet on upside. The Dodgers know that if Diaz can rediscover even a fraction of his 2023 form, they've got a potentially game-changing weapon for the second half of the season and beyond. Now, Diaz isn't going straight to Dodger Stadium. The team announced he'll start off with their AAA affiliate in Oklahoma City. That's not unusual, and honestly, it's probably the smartest play. It gives him the chance to get into a rhythm, build confidence, and make sure his mechanics and health are where they need to be. He'll be under the close watch of the Dodgers development staff, who have a reputation for getting the best out of their pitchers. Remember, this is the same organization that's taken struggling relievers and turned them into studs before. If there's any franchise that can help Diaz bounce back, it's Los Angeles. From the Reds' perspective, this trade is also pretty telling. Cincinnati had high hopes for the season, but things haven't exactly clicked the way they envisioned. Their bullpen depth has improved, and while DAZ was a fan favorite, his demotion and injury troubles made him a bit of a question mark. By flipping him for a prospect like Mike Villani, they're choosing to look toward the future. Villani, a 2024 draft pick, is a young pitcher with raw talent. He's shown flashes of brilliance in limited minor league action and could develop into a solid contributor down the road. For the Reds, this is about asset management. They're betting that Villani has a better long-term outlook than what they could expect from a rehabbing DAZ. But let's circle back to the Dodgers again, because this isn't just about numbers or prospects. This is about philosophy. Los Angeles has been in win-now mode for years, and they've mastered the art of staying aggressive without blowing up their farm system. This trade is a perfect example of that. They didn't have to give up a top-tier prospect. They didn't disrupt their major league roster. They added potential impact without any real downside. If DAZ doesn't bounce back, they haven't lost much. But if he does, they've just added a former all-star closer to an already stacked team for pennies on the dollar. And for DAZ himself, this could be the career reset he desperately needs. Sometimes, a change of scenery is the best medicine for a struggling player. New coaches, new teammates, a new environment, it can all lead to renewed motivation and sharper focus. There's no doubt he'll be looking to prove that he's still got what it takes to be an elite reliever. And the Dodgers will give him every opportunity to show it. Once he gets comfortable in Oklahoma City, a call-up could come quickly, especially if the bullpen continues to face injury setbacks or inconsistent performances. This isn't a one-and-done transaction. It's a piece of a much bigger puzzle. As the season continues to unfold, and the playoff race tightens, remember this trade. It might fly under the radar now, but by the time October rolls around, we might look back at it as one of the smartest moves of the year. Alexis DAZ has something to prove, and the Dodgers are giving him the perfect stage to do it. If you're a Dodgers fan, you have every reason to be intrigued. If you're a Reds fan, you've got a new young arm to watch develop. And if you're a baseball fan, you've got another storyline to follow in a season that just keeps getting better. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more in-depth updates and analysis, and don't forget to leave a comment with your thoughts on this trade. Do you think DAZ will make a comeback? Will he become a key part of the Dodgers bullpen down the stretch? Let us know and share this video with your fellow baseball fans.